Welcome back to Mythstory and Legends. In our previous episodes, Jason and the Argonauts achieved the seemingly impossible by securing the Golden Fleece. However, their journey is far from over. Now, we follow their perilous return journey and the dramatic aftermath of their epic quest. As the Argonauts set sail from Colchis with the Golden Fleece, they knew that King Aeetes would not let them escape easily. Furious at their success and the betrayal of his daughter Medea, Aeetes mustered a fleet to pursue the Argonauts. The sea echoed with the cries of pursuit, and the Argonauts braced themselves for another daunting challenge. Medea, now firmly allied with Jason and the Argonauts, used her sorcery to aid their escape. She called upon the winds to fill their sails and summoned fog to obscure their path. Despite these efforts, Aeetes' ships closed in, driven by a relentless desire for vengeance. The pursuit led the Argonauts through dangerous waters, including the treacherous domain of the Sirens. The Sirens, known for their enchanting voices that lured sailors to their doom, posed a deadly threat. As the Argo neared their island, the Sirens began their haunting song. The Argonauts felt their willpower waning, drawn to the Sirens' alluring voices. Orpheus, understanding the danger, took up his lyre and played a melody even more beautiful and powerful than that of the Sirens. His music drowned out their song, and the Argonauts, enthralled by Orpheus' divine talent, sailed safely past the peril. Despite Medea's magic and Orpheus' music, the Argonauts still faced Aeetes' relentless pursuit. In a final desperate move, Medea resorted to a dark and tragic act. She dismembered her younger brother, Aeetes, and scattered his remains into the sea. This gruesome act forced Aeetes to halt his pursuit to retrieve and bury his son, giving the Argonauts the crucial time they needed to escape. The moral cost of this act weighed heavily on the Argonauts, but it secured their immediate safety. With Aeetes no longer in immediate pursuit, the Argonauts continued their journey homeward, facing numerous trials along the way. Their first significant stop was on the island of the Phaeacians, ruled by King Aeetes and Queen Aeetes. The Phaeacians offered the Argonauts hospitality and respite. However, they also faced the threat of Aeetes' emissaries, who demanded Medea's return. Queen Aeetes, moved by Medea's plight and the love between her and Jason, persuaded King Aeetes to protect them. The king decreed that if Medea and Jason were married, she could not be taken back. In a swift ceremony, Jason and Medea were wed, sealing their bond and ensuring her safety. The Phaeacians, now allies, provided the Argonauts with supplies and guidance for the next leg of their journey. The Argonauts' voyage continued to be fraught with peril. They encountered the bronze giant Talos, who guarded the island of Crete. Talos, a massive automaton created by Hephaestus, hurled boulders at the Argo, preventing their landing. Medea once again used her sorcery, bewitching Talos and tricking him into removing the nail that held his life force. The giant collapsed, and the Argonauts safely landed to restock their supplies. Another formidable challenge awaited them at the river Eridanus, where they had to navigate through the clashing Cyanean Rocks. With the wisdom gained from their previous encounter with the Symplegades, the Argonauts devised a strategy to time their passage perfectly. They successfully navigated through the deadly rocks, their confidence and unity stronger than ever. Each stop and challenge tested their resolve and adaptability. They faced hostile tribes, navigated treacherous waters, and endured the ever-present threat of divine retribution. Despite these hardships, the Argonauts pressed on, driven by the promise of their quest and the bond they had forged. After countless trials and tribulations, the Argonauts finally approached the shores of Iolcus. Their hearts swelled with relief and pride, for they had accomplished what many deemed impossible. The sight of their homeland brought a renewed sense of purpose and the hope of restoring Jason's rightful place on the throne. However, their return was not met with the immediate triumph they had envisioned. During their long absence, Pelias had grown even more tyrannical, and the people of Iolcus suffered under his rule. Jason knew that simply presenting the Golden Fleece would not be enough. He needed to confront Pelias and reclaim the throne by demonstrating his strength and leadership. Medea, with her cunning and magical prowess, devised a plan to overthrow Pelias. She approached Pelias' daughters, convincing them that she could rejuvenate their aging father. To demonstrate, she took an old ram, cut it into pieces, and boiled it in a cauldron with magical herbs, transforming it into a young lamb. Mesmerized by the display, Pelias' daughters agreed to the same treatment for their father, unwittingly leading to his demise when Medea withheld the crucial magical herbs. With Pelias dead, Jason's path to the throne seemed clear. However, the power vacuum and the method of Pelias' demise sowed distrust and unrest among the people and the noble houses. Jason and Medea were forced into exile, their victory overshadowed by the complex political machinations and the lingering animosity from their actions. In exile, Jason and Medea settled in Corinth, where their relationship, once filled with hope and promise, began to unravel. The weight of their past actions and the unrelenting pressures of their circumstances took a toll on their bond. Jason's ambition and Medea's intense emotions clashed, leading to a tragic end for their once great love. In Corinth, Jason sought to rebuild his life and restore his standing. He aimed to marry Glauce, the daughter of King Creon, hoping to secure a position of power and stability. This decision, driven by ambition and political necessity, devastated Medea, who felt deeply betrayed after all she had sacrificed for Jason. In a tragic culmination of their tumultuous relationship, Medea's grief and fury led her to a path of revenge. She sent Glauce a poisoned dress and crown, which burst into flames upon being worn, killing her and King Creon. Medea's vengeance did not stop there. In an act of ultimate despair and retaliation, she killed her own children, depriving Jason of his legacy and leaving him in utter ruin. Medea fled Corinth, escaping retribution by seeking refuge with Aegeus, the king of Athens. Jason, broken and desolate, wandered the land, haunted by the loss of his family and the collapse of his dreams. His hero's journey had brought him great achievements, but it also exacted a devastating personal cost. In his later years, Jason returned to Iolcus, a shadow of the hero who had once set out on the legendary quest for the Golden Fleece. He found the Argo, now decaying and neglected, a poignant reminder of his past glory. Sitting beneath its broken prow, Jason reflected on his life, his victories, and the profound losses he had endured. One day, as he sat beneath the ship that had carried him on his greatest adventures, a beam from the Argo fell, striking and killing him. Thus ended the life of Jason, a hero whose tale was as much about his triumphs as it was about his tragic flaws and the heavy price of his ambitions. The story of Jason and the Argonauts remains one of the most enduring legends of Greek mythology, a complex tapestry of bravery, betrayal, love, and loss. Join us in future episodes as we explore more myths and legends, unraveling the timeless tales that have shaped our understanding of heroism and human nature. Thank you for watching. Join us in future episodes as we continue to explore the rich tapestry of myths and legends from around the world. Subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay updated on all our epic journeys and timeless tales, only on Mythstory and Legends.